Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul here, and today we are reacting to Christmas in Norway. This is a part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, you can click over here and watch that video. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoy the content, like the video. If you enjoyed the video, Happy New Year, and yeah, let's go. Let's keep going. This is Christmas Eve in Norway.
Julaften.
Today is the 4th of December, and in Norway we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. We got pinnekjøtt, we got kalkun, and we got juleribbe. Let's check it out and Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas Eve. The candles have been lit, the fireplace is burning, the house has been cleaned, the table has been set, the tree has been decorated, and the presents are snuggled underneath.
I like how laid back this is. It almost makes you want to sleep.
There's that Christmas star I was talking about.
So relaxing.
Something's not quite right. You see, this isn't how Norwegians used to celebrate Yule. Yule was a midwinter festival that lasted several days and featured some unbelievable traditions.
Whoa.
Alcohol-fueled Vikings would sacrifice animals and sprinkle their blood onto statues of the gods.
What?
Nearby, a designated Yule log would be burned for good luck and to signify the lengthening of the days. If there was a ferocious storm, people would take shelter because it meant Odin and his warriors were hurtling across the sky on the wild hunt, gathering the souls of the dead and anyone unfortunate enough to be outside at the time.
Julebooking.
Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. What are the odds? I just mentioned it was so relaxing, so satisfying, you know, the laid back narration, you know, the acoustic Christmas song, and then suddenly this massive history lesson about, you know, the chaos and okay. Did you guys know about this? Let me know in the comments if you're from Norway. Okay, let's keep going.
There's a tradition where someone from the village would dress up as a goat and go door to door, receiving gifts for protection against spirits and warning children to behave themselves.
That
After
looks
Christianity,
haunting.
children began taking part, and they would sing Christmas carols in return for food. In the 19th century, the Yule book evolved from being the recipient of gifts to delivering gifts, in a role similar to Santa Claus. During the 20th century, the international version of Santa Claus began replacing local versions, and unfortunately, all that remains of the once mighty Yule book is a straw Christmas decoration.
Well, thank goodness for that, because that is so scary. Imagine somebody wearing that knocks on your door and says, you know, give me some food. I mean, come on, that is scary as...
If you're a Norwegian watching this, how do you feel about bringing back the OG Yule book?
Yeah, how do you feel about bringing back the OG Yule book? Bro, I think nowadays, this is more of a Halloween tradition, I think.
Let me know in the comments.
Julemiddag.
With the final
Julemiddag.
preparations underway in the kitchen, here's a handful of assorted Christmas facts. There's a regional divide regarding what to have for Christmas dinner. According to matprat.no, ribbe is favored in Oslo, the eastern tip of Norway.
Oh, in the last video, it showed the ribbe, that crackling on top, that skin, oh, the crunch. If you go back to the part 1, oh, you can see them. Oh, it was nice. By the way, this channel that created this video, you can watch the original video in the description. They did a great job, fantastic editing, narration, fantastic job.
Whilst pinnekjøtt is favored in the west and the north. Hashtag Team Ribbe. Nidar estimates that over 40 million marzipan figures are eaten during Christmas, or roughly 7 figures for every person in Norway. In the UK, we leave sherry and mince pies for Father Christmas, which presumably means he should be arrested for drink driving. But here in Norway, they leave
Risgrøt.
or rice porridge.
Risgrøt.
And finally, although we open our presents on Christmas Day, here they open them straight after dinner.
Oh, that's better. You know, less anxiety, especially for the children. That looks delicious. And that's homemade.
Buffet, and I'm starting with pinnekjøtt, cured lamb, rotmos,
Rotmos.
root vegetable mash, some potatoes.
Potatoes. Wait. Green things. That's the name of the thing. Green things. I'm gonna try to say it. Grönsaker. Oh, I think I butchered that. Grönsaker. Rådkall. They don't have a word for, you don't have a word for gravy? How do you talk about gravy if you don't have a word for it? What do you say? Like, could you pass me the how or yesterday we had some delicious, how do you say it? How do you mention gravy? How do you make people understand what you're talking about?
Ribba.
Ribba? I love that. Oh, that's a big piece.
Last one. Cranberry sauce.
I'm not a fan of sweet and sour, or sweet and savory. I like sweet and sour, but I don't know, cranberry with your pork? I don't like that. Oh, that's nice.
Skål for Tore og Dippen. For at vi har holdt deg en så fin middag.
Det hadde ikke vært det samme uten dere. I hvert fall ikke mødrene våre. Skål for dem.
We have two sets for Christmas Eve. One of them is caramel pudding with caramel sauce. My brother-in-law is making the ham, which means cloudberry cream. Let's see how he makes it.
That's nice.
Karamellpudding.
Is the Norwegian name for creme caramel, a creamy custard-flavored jelly with a layer of soft caramel at the top.
Wow.
Multekrem.
Is a simple dessert made
That looks very similar to the Brazilian pudim. That's how we call it. Pudim.
name for creme caramel, a creamy custard-flavored jelly with a layer of soft caramel at
That
the
is
Multekrem.
superb.
is a simple dessert made by combining whipped cream, sugar and cloudberries. A tart berry that takes its name from the alpine conditions it can grow in. They're high in vitamin C and have the nickname the gold of the bogs. Multekrem is usually served with,
Krumkaker.
which can be described as being
Cream
halfway between
cracker.
a waffle and an ice
Cream
cream.
is that cream cracker? Krumkaker? Sounds like cream cracker.
Waffle and an ice cream.
It's a waffle ice cream cone.
There's a Christmas tradition in Norway where you actually you can win a prize. Julemarsipan. You put
Julemarsipan?
almond seeds or just an almond in a porridge. Today we don't have a porridge. We put the almond in multekrem or cloudberry cream. It's another very traditional dessert. So the one who gets the almond wins the prize.
That's nice.
Example, the julebrus.
Julebrus.
Christmas soft drink of choice. Let's give it a go. That's quite mild. It tastes like
jul.
It tastes like Yule. What does Yule taste like?
Food coloring.
soda, man.
Hints of timber
De har sluttet å ta imot
and formaldehyde. Carrot and hibiscus, really? Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I've had a bad experience with hibiscus tea. Because I left it marinating in the water like for over 12 hours. And at the end of the day, it tasted so sour that I never drank hibiscus again. But it is tasty. Just don't leave the leaves in the water for more than 12 hours because it will taste very sour and bitter.
It's time to open the presents and enjoy these lovely baked goods.
But you know that red drink in Brazil, I'm talking about Brazil because it's my country, right? So in comparison, we have something called groselha, which is kind of like a syrup which you put in water, and it also tastes kind of like food coloring, but it's quite sweet, you know. Maybe like if you want to look it up, groselha. It's Groselha. I don't know if it's the same taste. I've never tried what he's trying, but you know.
Healthy lips.
Cheese knives?
Yeah!
Cheese knives. Okay. So he's gonna cut the cheese.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, it's rituals.
I just came for the food, man. Take hunting socks.
Hunting socks and camping.
Here's another question. You know, the more you grow older, the less presents you get. I have that as an experience. You know, when I was a kid, I used to get a lot of presents, especially in these type of events, you know, end of the year, Christmas, birthdays. Nowadays, I get less and less because I think we kind of like grow out of it, maybe, or maybe it's kind of like I don't know, like I can buy my own stuff. People don't know what to buy me. I don't know why that happened. Or that happens, but seeing them open presents, it kind of makes me wonder, do you guys do that? Like, do you guys buy each other presents? Because nowadays I feel like if you call someone to your house, if you invite someone over, they're gonna bring food and they're gonna, you know, help out with preparations or something like that. But it's been a long time since I haven't had people come and give me wrapped presents. What's your experience like? Is that just me? People not like me?
My Norway socks now.
After unwrapping all those gifts, we need to hydrate with äppelmost. It's from a local
Apple
town.
juice.
Äppelmost is an apple drink without
Äppelmost. So most means juice and apple means apple, right? Äppelmost.
Bromjula.
which translates to Christmas space, isn't the Norwegian name for the Star Trek race, but a term to describe the period between Christmas and New Year's Eve. Employees are encouraged to take annual leave during this period, reflect upon the year and spend quality time with their friends and family.
That is so nice.
You're thinking, well, what do Norwegians do for fun?
I was kind of thinking more of the business side. If it's a government thing or if it's like an employer thing, is it imposed by the government, you know, for mental health issues, like, you know, give your employee a break? Or is it just like, you know, it's at the discrepancy of each company and what they want to do, and if they're kind enough to give their employees, you know, annual leave?
According to Statistics Norway, this chart illustrates the percentage of Norwegians participating in various outdoor activities within a 12-month period.
Why am I not surprised that in Norway, 76%, and the most voted, not voted, but the most ranked option was walking or hiking? I mean, honestly, I've seen so many videos about Norwegian travel, and it's such a mountainous area, region, country, that hiking it has to be number one. It has to. Bathing outdoors? I didn't expect that. Is it like in those warm, what you call it? It's not a well, it's a spring. Warm springs, natural springs. Jogging, cross-country skiing. Oh, cross-country skiing. I mean, I guess you can do that in Norway. You can ski. Wait a second. Is it like a continuous ski route? Like a marathon where you ski for, I don't know, 23 kilometers or something, give or take? Fishing, cycling, foraging for food, skiing again, and hunting. Okay, interesting.
As most of Norway's population is along the coast, if you wander even for a few minutes outside of any settlement, you'll immediately be in the vicinity of a forest, a hill, a mountain, or even a fjord. It's no surprise then that so many Norwegians take an interest in the outdoors. The next chart illustrates the percentage of Norwegians participating in different forms of exercise.
And I'll tell you why that's amazing, because there are other countries that have great landscapes, but we never go outside. And in Norway, although it's cold, you know, I've seen some sunny videos as well, but it's so nice to see that Norwegians appreciate their landscapes, their beauty, you know. I think that's very noble. It's sad to see that nowadays people are more indoors. I'm one also. I work kind of like indoors This is actually my home office, not only my YouTube studio, but I also work from this office here. So it's kind of hard for me to go out because I don't commute. So it's quite sad because I could be out there, you know, exploring more of the, you know, the nature and the landscapes and just be outdoor more often, you know. Okay, so exercise activities, strength training. Wow. Yeah. Swimming, group classes, football. Oh, nice. So football is technically the #1 sport if you don't count swimming. Racket sports, volleyball, ice hockey, basketball, dance, golf, martial arts, and athletics. Norway. Is Norway good in football? I mean, I saw Sweden in the World Cup. They're pretty good. But I haven't seen... Have I seen Norway? I think they weren't in this World Cup, were they? Maybe in the previous one. But I haven't taken notice of Norway in the football. I don't know. Do they have a great team? I don't remember.
I wouldn't say there are any surprises here, but as a Brit, I had to look into the Norwegian football scene.
Oh, wait a second. He's gonna talk about football now. I think I'm way ahead of myself, you know. But that's nice because, you know, this creator has a very good prediction of what the viewers' questions will be, and then he answers it. You know, he kind of like foresees what people will be curious about. That's interesting. I like that. I like how, you know, creators, they write a script and they think, okay, but, you know, some people might be curious about this area, and he kind of like answers all of my questions. That is just great.
It's Norway's most popular team sport, with 1,822 registered football clubs and almost 400,000 registered players, which means 7.4% of the population plays organized football.
That's nice.
27% of those players are female, including both my wife and her sister.
Wow, that's good.
Stort på ski.
Oh, but I thought he was going to talk about the national team, so I still have that curiosity.
Norwegians have a saying,
Nordmenn født med ski på beina.
which translates to Norwegians are born with skis on their feet. Skiing is a part of Norway's DNA, and children often start learning to ski when they are kindergarten age.
Wow,
The word
kindergarten.
ski comes from Old Norse, and there are Stone Age rock carvings of figures on skis from as early as 3000 BC.
Wow.
I've put together a timeline of Norway's relationship with skiing, but instead of using stock footage, I've added footage of the first time I went skiing.
Oh, that's nice.
In 1767, the Scandinavian military began organized skiing exercises and races. In 1808 at
Eidsberg.
the first documented ski jump was performed by
Olaf Ry.
In 1843 in
Tromsø.
the first public skiing competition was held. In 1849 in
Trondheim.
the first public recreational ski tour was advertised. In 1861 in
Trysil.
the first ski club was established, and in 1862 the first public ski jumping competition was held. In 1884 in
Trondheim.
the first cross-country ski competition was held. And finally in 1879 the first documented use of the word
Slalom.
occurred.
Slalom. Okay, he said something that piqued my curiosity. The Norwegian army, do they actually kind of like go after people on ski? Are there like crazy things like ski chasing? Can you imagine that? Like you're on pursuit of a suspect and he's on the ski. That's interesting. I think they might have those ski cars. I don't know what you call them, but like that would be kind of James Bond thing to see, like police chasing a suspect on ski. That would be a movie, Hollywood movie kind of scenario.
Julelunsj.
Is a tradition where leftovers are served in a buffet alongside a variety of hot and cold foods. You'll find
Brød. Medisterkaker. Kjøttpålegg. Hardkokte egg.
Hardkokte egg.
Grønnsaker.
and of course,
Julebrus.
if you're lucky, you
Julebrus.
might even have pizza.
Pizza.
I tried to take a nap after the heavy meal, but it wasn't meant to be.
Wake up, baby.
if you have children, you will never have time to sleep. I mean, I don't have children myself, but whenever my nephew is around, he never lets us have a nap. Never.
Wake up.
You baby,
Ut og
wake up.
chatten.
We're hustling and bustling in this kitchen. We're gonna make sure the turkey isn't burnt. It's gonna be a disaster if it is, but it looks good. It smells good. My mom likes to make something extra, a side dish next to the turkey, and these are her favorite meatball patties.
That's
Meatball
nice.
patty cakes, meatball cakes, whatever's.
With
Norwegians eat
sausage,
turkey
with
on
hot
New
dogs
Year's
on
Eve
top.
instead of Christmas. But other than that, it isn't too different to what you'd expect. Friends and family gather, enjoy a homemade meal together, and then grab their thickest winter jackets and head out to watch a fireworks display.
Aw,
Here, the sale
that's
of
nice.
fireworks is restricted to the public. They are only sold from December 27th to the 31st and can only be fired in designated areas between 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. on New Year's Eve.
That's
Youngsters
nice.
take part in,
Vorspiel.
which in German literally translates to
Vorspiel.
foreplay, but it's what we would describe as pre-gaming or pre-drinking. In Norway, alcohol is heavily taxed, can't be consumed in public, and is strictly controlled by the government. Grocery stores can only sell alcohol below 4.75% up until 8 p.m. on weekdays, 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and not at all on Sundays or certain holidays.
Yo, there are so many regulations in Norway. Maybe that's why the crime rate isn't as high as the other countries. But what's your opinion about that? Do you guys like these regulations? I think it kind of keeps people in check. Although I must say that I do believe that there are some offenders, right? Some people who don't follow the law. But still, I think it I don't know, these regulations are good. They're not bad.
If you want stronger alcohol, you have to go to one of the 315
Vinmonopolet.
stores which close at 6 p.m. on weekdays and 3
Vinmonopolet.
p.m. on Saturdays. According to Deutsche Bank, the average price for a pint of beer is £7.32 in Oslo, £5.47 in New York City, and £4.73 in London. With prices
Wow.
like that, you can't blame the youth, can you?
It's more than double. No, actually almost double.
As it neared midnight, Drammen came alive with a barrage of fireworks lighting up the sky
Than the
and
UK.
sound of fireworks echoing around the valley. It was impressive that a city with the population of a London borough even had a professional display. But what made it extra special was seeing people contributing to the display with their own fireworks,
Aw.
firing them from their homes or by the side of the river.
He didn't show the professional display though. Or wait, is that the professional display? Because that looked like it was coming from a stadium. The one in the middle. By the way, did you guys see the London display? Phew, that was amazing. Ooh, nice. That's like a Batmobile. Oh, this is the professional display. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. Guys, you gotta love fireworks, right?
Happy New Year, guys! I'm gonna warm myself up with a jacked potato, or as we call it here, baked potet. It's basically
Baked
a baked
potato?
with sour
Potet?
cream dressing and some bacon bits and corn. It's perfect. Salty, savory, and warm.
My first Christmas in Norway is one I'll always remember. Although I'd spent a lot of time in Norway, most of it was spent in a small town on the west coast. In Drammen, I was able to experience Christmas through a different lens.
Drammen.
New food, new drinks, new sports, and taking part in new traditions. We headed home, full of optimism and thoughts about our New Year's resolutions, blissfully unaware of what was to come in 2020. This video series is part of a larger project documenting daily life in Norway, divided into the 4 seasons. The next part will focus on spring and my experiences staying in a small town on the west coast. Click that subscribe button below so you'll be notified when it comes out, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Yo, this is a 30-minute video and he said it's part of a bigger project. I can't imagine why he only has 1,000 subscribers. Guys, honestly, go support him. The link to his channel is in the description, and hopefully we can help him get more people watching his channel, because man, this is a great production. Wow. You know, he deserves more attention, I guess. Wow. Very well made documentary. Guys, I hope you had a great Christmas, a great end of year, and I hope you have a happy new year. And 2023, I hope it's, you know, I hope it treats you well. Guys, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what I should react to next in the comments down below. Take care. Bye bye. See you soon.